Hi students, in the last class I gave you a task for writing a song. Did you do that? You would have tried. Since it's not a poem, you would have tried. So let me ask you, this song by Michael Jackson, can it be called a poem? Yes, you have learnt a lot of poems. So there is only a slight difference between a song and a poem. And it's a matter of, touching your heart. A song touches your heart. So you can say these lines are just lyrics. And it's so musical. A song is so musical rather than a poem. And how does a poem or song become so beautiful? Let's check it up. See these lines? Okay, can you find out any line which has a repetition of sound? See that line? That someone, somewhere will soon make a change. Is there any sound repeated? Yes, S sound. Someone, somewhere, soon. Similar sounds. And what is that sound? In the beginning of each word. Now, are these words in different lines? No, they are in the same line. So, they are in the beginning. And these are consonant sounds in English language. S, S, S. So, such a repetition of consonant sounds, that too in the beginning position of a word, and the words are in the same line, then we call it as alliteration. Okay? See the definition. Alliteration is a poetic device or a figure of sound, and the poets use it to add beauty to the poem and make it musical. So, it is the repetition of initial consonant sounds in the nearby words of the same line. See, can you find any other line with the repetition of the same sound? Not just the letter. Okay, children. Should be the sound. See the next line. We all are part of God's great big family. God's great. Yes. G, G. God's great. G sound in the beginning of God and G sound in the beginning of great. These are consonant sounds and they are in the initial beginning position of the word, and these words are lying in the same line. So again, it is another instance or example for alliteration. See the another line, the greatest gift of all. G, G. There also an example of alliteration. Now look at these lines. Let's realize that a change can only come. Okay, the teacher has marked some ticks there. Can, come. C. C is the beginning letter. Of course, let's realize that a change, there also C is the beginning letter. But that C and the other C's, are they with the same sound? No. Can and come, they are with the same sound. So that's an example for alliteration. But change. Even though C is the beginning letter, what is the sound? Ch. So it's not matching with K sound. So change cannot be included in the example for alliteration. can and come is okay. So, I hope it is clear to you. Alliteration is the repetition of initial consonant sound in the nearby words of the same line. It's not the repetition of letter, it is the sound. Okay? So, take a note of that. These lines, look at these ones. And it's time to lend a hand to life. See, what is the specialty of these green color marked areas? Yes, the I is repeated. Rather than the I, just try to pronounce those words. Time, life, I sound is repeated. Okay? So that is the repetition of vowel sound. And the repetition of vowel sound is called as assonance. A repetition of vowel sounds in the nearby words of the same line is called as assonance. That is a figure of sound, another poetic device. Now let's find out if there is any other poetic device in this poem. Look at these lines. We are the world. We are the children. We are the. We are the. See? Which are the repeated words? We are the. We are the. We are the. So it's not just the sound repeated, words are repeated. Don't you see that? So such repetitions are meant for some emphasis of the idea or making it musical. So such a technique used by the poet is called as anaphora. Okay? Anaphora. Look at the definition of anaphora. It's a poetic device or figure of speech. It's a technique of words used by writers to add beauty and emphasis to the language. It is the deliberate repetition of a word or a phrase at the beginning of each one of a sentence or sentences or paragraphs or lines of verse or stanzas. If you have heard the famous speech by Martin Luther King, you would have heard, I have a dream, I have a dream. It's repeated. Here, the repetition is we are the. We are the. So that is an example for anaphora. Now look at these lines. Well. What is the specialty? The same word itself is repeated. The same word itself. Well. Repeated. Okay? So that technique is also for emphasis, and we call it as epizeuxis. It's a poetic device or figure of speech used by writers to add beauty and emphasis to the language. It is a repetition of words in immediate succession for emphasis. The words are quite nearby, the same word. The same word is repeated. Just near to that. Again near to that, the same word. Well. Okay? So that's also a wonderful poetic device used by the writers. Now, look at another poetic device. It is imagery. You have learned that in Taj Mahal. It's again a poetic device. And what is the technique? By the use of words, poets arouse a sensation in the reader's mind. It could be a visual sensation, it could be an auditory sensation, it could be a, olfactory sensation or gustatory or tactile sensation in the mind. So based on that, what type of word picture gets developed in your mind, in the reader's mind, it is called as different types of imageries. There are 5 different ones. They are visual image, auditory image, olfactory image, gustatory image, and tactile image. You know, visual image can be sensed with your eye. A visualization, a word picture develops in your mind. Auditory image can be sensed with your ear. When you read certain words, you get a feel of something you can hear through your ear. And when you read certain words, when you get the feeling of a smell that you can sense with your nose, it's called as olfactory image. And tongue, when if you can feel with your tongue something when you read a few words, that image is called as gustatory image. Now, what is tactile image? When you can feel something, when you read certain words, if you feel like something, you can with your skin, it is called as tactile image. So now our task is to find out which is the imagery used in this lines. Look at these lines. We all are a part of God's great big family. Yes, you get the picturization of a family in your mind, right? You get the picturization of God and the whole world as a family in your mind. So that is a visual image which you can see in your mind. Alright? Learn all these definitions and examples when you learn this song. Okay?